Welcome to the postgame news conference for Game 8 of the Credit Union 1 West Coast Conference Women's Basketball Championship. We have San Francisco head coach Molly Goodenbour with student athletes Candy Edokpaigbe and Neira. We'll start with an opening statement from the coach.
I thought we had a really good run. I mean, it had to end at some point. It's really difficult with the way our conference's tournament is set up to have to play game. I thought we fought hard. I thought we looked fatigued, which is understandable, and Santa Clara took advantage of that. They're a good team. They are, they came ready to play. We're prepared, and but it should not take anything away from how our team competed throughout this tournament. They should be very proud of what they've accomplished. They represented themselves and the university to the very best of their ability, and I'm very proud of them.
Questions for the student athletes?
Yeah, ladies. Jeff Ferrato with the West Coast Conference. Mata, she talked about how they came out hard against you guys. I think you had 13 turnovers in the first half. How much was fatigue a factor? 3 games in 3 days is a lot.
I mean, we tried at the beginning, but you could see that we're turning the ball over, and then easy shots that we usually make, we're not making them. So we were trying to get some energy, but like really anything wasn't working from us at the beginning, so it was kind of hard. But I think throughout the game we kept fighting, so yeah.
And Candy, a nice run for your team, winning twice here. How encouraged are you going forward, for what you guys can be?
Absolutely. We're a young team. If we stay together, there's a chance to win the championship and to do well in the season. So I feel like it's a really important thing to stay together.
Candy, this season took a big step up among the league leaders in scoring. What did you ultimately kind of learn about yourself as you acclimated to San Francisco in the program and eventually throughout this season?
Yeah, I just feel like the environment was different. The coaching staff, the teammates, they all helped me. I feel like this year I really understood what kind of player I am, and credits hard to the coaching staff and my teammates. I only came to the gym and worked hard every single practice, and yeah.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Student athletes, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll go ahead with questions for the coach.
Yeah, Molly, just on the 3 games in 3 days thing, did you come into the game feeling optimistic about that, or did you know this, the way Santa Clara plays, their high scoring, was it going to be difficult?
I think we're, what I told the team was, we're kind of the crazy person on the street, everybody's a little bit, they don't know if you're going to bite them or if you're going to shake their hand, and because, we come out and we play really well, and we come out and then we don't play well. So we need to use that to our advantage. We've played 2 games. You're comfortable in the arena. You need to use that as something. We need to get a good start. I didn't think we got a great start, and knew it would be difficult if we didn't get a good start, just because, the fatigue compounds exponentially as the game goes on. So, but you're hopeful, but reality of it is, 3rd game in 3 days against a fresh team. That's a very good team. It's a difficult format for the tournament. I understand it. I understand the value of protecting the higher seeds, but it is a difficult, especially when, now we're playing an unbalanced schedule, and it's based on your finish last year, right? So the top teams last year are, playing each other more often. That impacts your seeding, and I think that we got caught in that a little bit. We weren't able to probably be as consistent throughout the regular season conference schedule, so that put us into a 7th place position, as opposed to, if we're a little more consistent, maybe we're playing today our first game. So, you look at all those things, and then you look at, we had 11 new players and 5 freshmen, and started 3 of them, and I think they had a fantastic year. They won 18 games. They knocked off LMU. That won the league. We beat Portland. We beat, very good teams throughout the year, played well with good teams. I think they've grown a lot. They were a pleasure to coach. They have developed. They like each other. It's March, and we still like each other, and we like coming to practice, and we like playing in games, and they have fun. We're going to come back and support our men's team tonight. So it's been a good season. I would love to be able to maybe have an opportunity to get to the NIT. That would be, I think it'd be a wonderful experience for these guys. I think they're excited if they do get that opportunity, but, it's, they put it all out there, so I'm proud of them.
Yeah, real quick, can you just talk about Candy's development and what kind of player she can become?
Gosh, the sky's the limit for her. I mean, Candy's been awesome. She's such a humble competitor, and kind of what she said, just she doesn't like to talk about herself very much, but she's the best player on our team, and she comes in and she's our hardest worker out on the court. She's got a great attitude. She's working on adding things to her game all the time. She takes it seriously. She treats it like a pro. I mean, she comes in, she prepares her body, she prepares her mind. She's ready to go every day. She's been so consistent both ends of the floor. We put a huge load on her. She's got to guard their best player. She's got to score a point. She's got to play 40 minutes a game sometimes, more than that when we're in overtime. And she's just, through it all, she's just steady. Great person, great teammate, great competitor. Feel really, really fortunate to have her this year, and we're going to try as hard as we can to keep her.
Hey, Coach.
Hi.
When you talk about the theme of fatigue being the story of the game today, how do you get over that hump of fatigue besides obviously like winning more games?
Oh, I mean, well, I don't know what you can do with 3 games in 3 days. I don't know, was it last year or 2 years ago that men's team won 5 games in a row? I forget, North Carolina something, to get to win their tournament. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but I think, we're fit, we're in good shape. I don't know what you can really do in terms of, getting a better start. Maybe we come out, we jump on them right away and get them back on their heels and then get a little momentum. But, when you don't get a great start and you dig a hole and then you're trying to get out of a hole when you're fatigued, it's a lot to ask.
And you talked about how special it would be for this group to play in a tournament like the NIT. Can you kind of expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're so young, and we've talked all year long about, every experience is a new experience. We need to learn from those. We need to, even the good things and the bad things, value all of it, and then take what we need to take and make ourselves better so that we're either growing or not making the same mistakes the next time or doing things in a better way, and so, the NIT or a postseason tournament would just be an opportunity for these guys who, if we can keep them together, there is no doubt in my mind they will be playing in postseason tournaments. This would be the first of that and a great step in terms of understanding what that's like and getting used to that experience.
Molly, you've mentioned kind of all-season consistency being kind of a big theme with this team. With such a young group and a lot of potential within that young group, what are some of those next steps to kind of establish that game-to-game consistency going forward?
Well, keep them all together first. I mean, that's our priority, and those will be conversations that we need to have relatively quickly, and figuring out if, who wants to come back and what we have to do in order to keep them there. So, but if we can keep this group together and add a couple good pieces to it, I think they just, we asked young players, inexperienced players to carry a very heavy load, and sometimes they weren't able to do it, at a consistent level. Sometimes it was too much, and what a great way to learn, though, right? You're in a situation where, we put it on your shoulders. Can you carry the weight? Yeah. A lot of the times you can, sometimes you can't, all right? But, next year, you can maybe carry it 10 meters further, and you've been in that position where you've had to be that person before, and I think they will grow from that experience.
Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.